Pope Francis has now been in the hospital for a full week as of today. The first encouraging update from the Vatican came just last night in the way of what they describe as a slight improvement in his blood testing. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Seth Doane is live from Rome, just outside the specialized hospital unit once again, Seth, where the Pope is being treated. Give us the latest update on his condition and how the Vatican is characterizing this health incident.
Errol, I decided to keep out my phone so I could read to you the updates that we're getting, so you could get a sense of how little we're hearing each day. I'm translating from Italian. The update yesterday said the Pope passed a tranquil evening. He woke up and had breakfast. Today's update was the night was a serene night. The Holy Father got up and did breakfast in a chair. And that's what we've heard so far today. So it's really bits and pieces of information that is coming from the Vatican. Most of the medical news comes out in the evening from the hospital, but even that is, we're really having to kind of read between the lines. They're saying very little. There was a slight improvement, though, as you mentioned, coming to me, in the blood tests, specifically the indices that look at inflammation in the Pope's blood. And so that was a turn a little bit more positive last night. Of course, 2 nights ago, we had that news that no one wanted to hear about having pneumonia in both lungs. So bits and pieces of information coming out here out of Gemelli Hospital, where the Pope is being treated in a special wing, his own papal suite.
You know, there are millions of people who are hanging on your every word, the Vatican's every word, because, you know, an ailing Pope is very troubling for so many. What is the atmosphere like, if you've been able to see and get some reporting out of Vatican City, and then separately where you are, where the Pope is physically in his hospital bed?
It's interesting because the Pope is being treated here. The world's attention is on this building. He's up in a set of rooms, a suite above me. But if you walk in right behind me there, it's business as usual. The restaurant's busy, the bar, the coffee shop is busy, and there are regular people being treated, going to the emergency room. It is a hospital that continues to operate as normal. But in front, you're starting to see people come up and they're putting little cards, making prayers. Also for people who are going through treatment here at this hospital. You're hearing the same thing around churches across Rome, where people are praying for the health of this Pope. And one thing the Vatican is putting out, which has been kind of interesting to see, is messages of support going to Pope Francis. Specifically, they gave us a couple of images of letters that he'd received from kids in the oncology unit, the pediatric oncology unit here, who were drawing or sending drawings, who were sending notes of well wishes, letters written in Italian, hoping that the Pope has a speedy recovery. So certainly people are sending their best wishes and hoping for exactly that. Meanwhile, we're hearing in the press, not directly from the Vatican, but among doctors who have been interviewed, that any recovery from something so serious would take, we're talking about at least a week. But that is not official. That's just what doctors are saying for recovering from a double lung pneumonia in both lungs.
Right, yeah, he is a man in his 80s. Seth Doane, great to have you connect with us with the latest on Pope Francis's health.